Welcome to an all-new episode of the No Rules Podcast. I'm Aaron Hilton, as always, joined by my main man, Malik Smith. Malik, welcome back, man. We had a bit of a hiatus here. Slow news couple of weeks.
Yeah, we took some time to reflect, and we waited, and finally it happened.
Yeah, we just want the fans and the listeners and viewers of the No Rules Podcast to just trust the process. You know what I mean? Just trust that when it comes down to it, we will make a decision. And, more than likely, you will like the decision that we make,
No, that's all great points.
Yeah,
all
I mean,
great
we can
points.
give you like 23 reasons why you should stick with us during these times.
I knew you were going to be insufferable, but when you came on, honestly, when you came on and you had the whole Sixers outfit on, I had so many jokes in my head. I was like, let me save them. I'm gonna save them.
Almost wore, even though I never show like what I'm wearing for my bottoms on the pod, I almost wore my N1 shorts like as an ode to like the hot sauce / Allen Iverson of it all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Got the Iverson jersey, the Sixers cap. I'm just ready. I'm in. If you would have told me going into this offseason that Philly would have just gotten off the Paul George contract, and yeah, it cost 2 first-round picks, but we're no longer going to be on the books for a 40-year-old Paul George for $60 million a year, I would have been happy. I would have been satisfied. Maybe not happy, but I would have been satisfied. But like, you know what? Joe Lacob or Bob Myers and the brain trust, that the Sixers organization has now in the post goddamn with Daryl Morey era, I trust their vision, and at least you're not paying him. You only have one albatross contract. I've been cool. Then if you would have told us, hey, you know what? Not only are we going to get off the Paul George contract, but we're actually going to bring in Jaylen Brown into the fold. He's going to be the one that takes the place of that Paul George contract. I'd be like, wow. Were they high when they made that trade? That could have been where you ended the summer, Malik. You really could have ended the summer there. You know what I mean? And I had a lot of fun over the last month torturing some of my friends at work and otherwise who are fans of the cat. Maurice. Shout out to the FMFU podcast, a Cavaliers fan. I have a couple of friends that I work with at my day job who are from Miami, so obviously being Miami Heat fans, that just knew he was going to the Heat, and the report that came out and then they retracted it, the social team or whatever it is, and then he just knew, they had to retract it. They didn't want to get ahead of themselves. Like, until he actually says he's going there, he ain't going there. If he want to win, he coming to Philly. And they got it done. They got it done. The king is in the city of brotherly love. Everything's coming up Philly this offseason, Malik. I love it. And the NBA added 20 extra national TV games to the Sixers schedule. We had 14 last year. We have 34 on the docket for this year. I'm not going to say we're going to win the championship because we're dependent on Joel Embiid, who is, just the jokes write themselves there, obviously. And then LeBron's still turning 42. And say whatever it is that you want. If you're dependent on a 42-year-old superstar to get you to the promised land, then you have a list of other problems that you need to address. But I will say I am the most optimistic I have ever been coming into a regular season as a Philadelphia 76ers fan. He is by far the biggest name that we have ever signed, and the biggest hoop star that we have had. And that includes Allen Iverson. All due respect, Allen Iverson is the biggest superstar that we've ever had in the city. Yeah. So I'm happy, and I'm not allowing any. I said it in our group chat. I'm not allowing any negative thoughts into my brain, man. I'm just going to enjoy the ride.
Boy, I'm glad you got your shit off. I'm really happy that you got your shit off. Dust it off, bro. Dust it off. You know what I'm saying? First of all, listen, I would have never thought that he was going to go to Philly. I honestly didn't. Not because the basketball part didn't make sense. But I was really stunned that he left California. I was like, I don't understand why, if you want to play golf all the time and you want to be close to your family, you would just go to Golden State. Like that just kind of made sense. Even though I didn't think that that was a good idea either. It just seemed to make the most sense of everything. But to go to Philly of all places, um, in hindsight, the more I think about it, because I'll be honest with you, the first time I saw it, I said it's giving Michael Jordan on the Wizards. Like that was just a vibe, and that's no shade to that is absolutely no shade to Philadelphia. It's just like when you see somebody, he switched jerseys before, so it's a little bit different for LeBron, but like that old age plus the like you never played for this team before, so now we got to see you play for another team. Like you was in LA for 8 years. That's a long time, you know. So like in the league for 23, so
Yeah,
it's really
I
not a
mean
long
it's
time in
8 years with
comparison.
the Lakers. Is it 2018? I think was his first year with the
Yeah,
Lakers.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, but all that to say, like him in another jersey just seemed weird at first. Like it took me a minute to wrap my head around it. Um, but it absolutely makes sense. Going back to the East, um, you're on a really good team. My thoughts about Embiid are haven't changed. I think he's just a bit overrated for where he is right now, and he's always hurt, so it kind of doesn't matter anyway. Um, but the Jalen Brown, Tyrese Maxey, DJ Edgecombe, like I I kind of like the team. I feel like it's gonna Nick Nurse is gonna have his absolute hands full trying to figure out how to put it all together. And like you said, if this is about championships, which I assume you come here to win a championship, I don't understand why you would move all the way to Philadelphia or New Jersey or New York or wherever the fuck you're supposed to live. But like, I don't
Right.
understand why you would move all the way over here to just be like, oh yeah, like I just yeah, I want to be
Just seemed like
cold, like
a
41.
fun team.
Yeah, like it's not Miami, it's not Los Angeles. You know, like the weather's not great. Like you're choosing it's not a forgiving town to teams that don't win. You know, so obviously they're loyal, but they let you know when you're not playing well. So he's choosing kind of a hard road by picking this team, even though it's a really, really good team, probably the best team he's been on in a really long time. Um, I'm very curious to see how it plays out. And I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I'm hoping for good things for you guys.
I don't believe you at all. So I'm going to start with that. I'm going to start with I don't
Well,
believe you at all. It's fine.
let me put a caveat on. Let me put a caveat on. I'm hoping for good things for you guys, like up to a certain point. Obviously, I don't want you to beat my team, and I don't think you will. But I'm a LeBron James fan. I want good things for him. So, like, you know, maybe the following year you guys can get a ring after we go back to back. I'll
No,
give you
the,
that.
the LeBron part, I believe. I believe you want good things for LeBron because you're not a hater, but there is not a
Yeah,
chance in hell that you want good things for the 76ers. I think if Philly could go 0-82, but LeBron has a memorable, swan song season, I think that would be a best case scenario for you, especially as a Knicks fan. And you know what? I don't even begrudge you that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was happy that you got your ring personally because I love you. You're my guy. But like, fuck the Knicks. It's always been fuck the Knicks, and it will never not be fuck the Knicks. So like,
nah,
I
I
don't even
respect
need.
it.
I don't even need the fanfare. It's okay. It's fine. But before this, we didn't really, just to be honest, didn't belong in those conversations with you guys as reigning champs because, as we saw on the basketball court, you just kind of packed us up and got us up out of there. This team, are they good enough to beat the Knicks? I don't know yet. Who knows?
Yeah,
We don't know what this team is going to look like, come April of 2027. Like, we have no idea. You have a 42-year-old man and a 32-year-old man who is the body of a 62-year-old man who we're greatly depending on to get us across the finish line. And then VJ Edgecombe, who he had a great rookie year, but it's a very different thing when you are playing with the freedom he was allowed to play with versus the microscope that he will be under, not only as a year two guy, but now a year two guy with expectation, like beyond, like let's take the LeBron James out of it. I want people to understand this. Like there were going to be increased expectations on VJ Edgecombe, but well before LeBron or Jalen Brown ever came over to Philly. Now it's magnified because now you have the national TV audience and you have the eyes of LeBron in his final season. But like he was a rookie who burst onto the scene with a 30-point game against the Boston Celtics. He really never let his foot off of the gas all year, had a very impressive rookie campaign, lived up to the hype and far exceeded it. and continued to shine his light brightly, even in the postseason at certain points. And it would going to be expected that he step up and take a bigger leap in that second year with the 76ers. And now that you have these championship or these lofty postseason aspirations with the additions of Jaylen Brown and LeBron James, it's only going to get brighter. It's only going to get bigger. So it'll be interesting to see how he deals with that, both mentally and on the basketball court. Tyrese Maxey, I'm not worried about him at all. I said it
He's an
in our
all-star.
group chat. I think the LeBron James point guard fit is similar to the dynamic that he had with James Harden. Only that LeBron, I think, um, is a different brand of passer than James Harden. I don't think he's going to dribble the air out of it as much as a James Harden. He's not looking for that step back three type of thing. He'll take over in his moments, but he picks his spots a lot more than James Harden did. I think he'll be a lot more of a Lonzo Ball type of just the ball has energy. Let's move the ball. Let's get it to the best player in the best position. A lot of our half court sets will be great with LeBron at the helm there. But I'm excited to see what this iteration of the 76ers will be.
Yeah, I think all this talk about LeBron playing point guard is like I don't think people fully understand. Like this man is not he at his age he can't carry that load. Like Tyrese Maxey's still going to be on the ball, probably more than anyone. LeBron's probably going to play like a secondary ball handler role, but like he can fit with pretty much anybody. Um, Especially somebody who could also get downhill and somebody who could attack the rim as quick as he can and hit him on cuts. Like there's going to be some really good basketball. I'm sure Nick Nurse is going to be smart enough to put it all together. The only thing, and I know you're going to say I'm hating, but like the only thing that I genuinely don't think makes any sense with this team is your center. Like I just don't see where he fits, and I don't know if there's a way that they can trade him. But I feel like you talked about we don't know what the team will look like in April, May. We don't know what the team's gonna look like in February because I could totally see them being like, this is the one area defensively, like this team's gonna probably struggle a little bit. They weren't that great last year, but like I think this year definitely they're gonna struggle. If these guys can't like stay on the floor and play defense at the same time, like I, that's the part of this team that I feel like big picture. It's like how's this all gonna make sense? But I mean, all that will obviously reveal itself once we get to the season. But yeah, I mean, the only thing that really makes me upset is that I was hoping that I was going to go see some Knicks games in Philly, and now
That's out.
that
That's
yeah,
out.
the ticket prices are absolutely freaking insane.
Unless you get like $1,000, just on the side to sit in the nosebleeds, it's really it's a wrap for those tickets. Either in New York or in Philly, that wasn't going to happen. Just go see a Nets game. Um, what I will
Basically,
say as far as the Embiid thing, I actually don't disagree. I think that is going to be the clunkiest fit. I think a lot of people have said a lot about Jaylen Brown. He came over to be Batman, and now he's stuck in a different Robin role. Like he just didn't want to be in Boston because they didn't want him there. I think he would have been fine if he was never included in the Giannis trade. He was upset because you tried to trade him after he was the finals and conference finals MVP, led your team to a 2 seed when you were supposed to be in a rebuilding year without the other superstar on your team that everybody constantly reminds him is a better player than he is. And then you still try and trade him unsuccessfully, by the way, which is a different level of embarrassment for a player who is as good as Jaylen Brown. Because, like, I don't think that the package that the Bucks got for Giannis is better than Jaylen Brown and 2 first-round picks. I just don't. It
I
boggles
agree.
the mind
I
that they
100%
went
agree.
with the hometown hero, literally, in Tyler Hero, um, going back to his Milwaukee roots. There isn't a stratosphere that puts Tyler Hero and Jaylen Brown in the same sentence. So I don't care about any other fluff that was included around the deals and all this other kind of shit. Jaylen Brown and literally any amount of first round picks over one. If you get Jaylen Brown and 1 first round pick, great. Giannis has one championship and one MVP. It's not like, you're talking
Two.
about
You got two
trading
MVPs.
for a prime LeBron or a prime Anthony Davis or anything like that. Like you're talking about trading for a guy that, yes, he's won a championship, but I feel like even his status has been kind of raised through the roof for God knows what reason. Because I don't think he's the same player that he was in his mid-20s. But I just the Joel Embiid. This is, if there was ever a time for the I came back and I came to camp in the best shape of my life storyline that he still is holding on to. He still got that in his back pocket, Malik. He hasn't done it yet. I cut Shirley Temples out. I only play Call of Duty on Sundays. It's just been me and Arthur. We go on runs. I throw him in the stroller and we go run around the streets of Philadelphia. And, we ran the Rocky Steps, 15 times this summer. I was just really inspired by LeBron's
Wow.
4 a.m. workouts. Like, if there was ever a time for the best shape of your life timeline, like this is the
Yeah.
time for Embiid. Because we don't need you taking up 15 seconds to make a decision. That's what's going to hurt this Philadelphia team. We need quick decisions, and we need quick moves, and we need ball security. There's no reason why Embiid can't thrive in a LeBron James led offense, even if he is going to be a second or third option in that offense. But he has to be able to make quicker decisions, and I don't know if he's ready to do that.
I don't think that's his game. And yeah, I don't really see that part of it working out. But again, we'll see. We'll definitely see.
We
I'm
will.
I'm curious. I'm curious to know, like, how does this move change how you feel about LeBron? Like,
It doesn't.
before before he was on your team, obviously he's been the best player of his generation. So it's not like we didn't have bad opinions about him. But like, now that he's on your team, do you feel like, damn, now I gotta look at this guy different? You know what I mean?
No, I think it's going to give me a different appreciation because I think I'll be watching those games no longer as a fan of basketball, but as a Sixers fan. Like, when I watch LeBron James, he's appointment TV and has been for 2.5 decades, obviously.
Yeah.
And as a member of the swing generation between the Jordan and LeBron eras that we are, for me, like I've said numerous times on this podcast, Jordan is still the GOAT for me. Allen Iverson / Charles Barkley are still my favorite 76ers. That doesn't change because LeBron James signed to this team. I am uniquely aware of the fact that LeBron James, even at 42, is the biggest celebrity and biggest name in basketball that has ever signed with the 76ers. Like that is, I mean, at the very least since Wilt Chamberlain was on the Philadelphia Warriors. But like I will say that it doesn't really change how I feel about LeBron James. What happens this season will not change how I feel about his legacy at all. I think that his legacy was cemented really kind of shortly after the bubble championship and into playing into his 40s with such grace. I mean, the dude averaged over 20 a game last year as a 41-year-old. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care what anybody wants to say, how like now people want to rewrite history or, oh, the usage rate and all this blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear shit. Michael Jordan was running up and down the court with beer belly and jaundice eyes and was given a pity all-star vote. You know what I'm saying? Like, he did not deserve to be in that all-star. He was in that all-star game
Hey,
because
hey,
fans
man.
wanted to see Michael. That was like the most Yao
Come on,
Ming
dog.
of all-star
Come on,
votes
dog.
I've ever seen. It's just the truth. And this is a guy who
That's crazy.
loves Michael Jordan.
That was crazy, though. That's crazy.
Michael
That's
Jordan
disrespectful.
got chased down blocked by Tayshaun fucking Prince, okay? Like, no. I'm sorry.
Old. He's
LeBron
old.
James has not had his I got chased down blocked by Tayshaun Prince moment. Hasn't happened to him yet. So
Hold on. Let's be honest. He's had some moments where you could definitely be like, all right, this is not the same. This
yeah,
ain't the same dude.
it's
Like,
not
it's not embarrassing. He
but
doesn't have embarrassed. He's actually had
the
some embarrassing moments, but
yeah,
like,
but the
yeah.
level of it, like the literally getting chased down blocked by a young Tayshaun Prince, who, again, it sounds like we're shading Tayshaun Prince. I guess to a degree you kind of are, but
No,
like
he's one of the best
he
defensive
is
players.
one of the
Yeah.
best perimeter defense. But like again, you're talking about Michael Jeffrey Jordan getting chased down blocked by Tayshaun Prince. That would be like if Jaden McDaniels pinned LeBron James on a fast break. You know what I mean? Like, no.
If that happens next season, I'm not gonna disrespect the GOAT.
LeBron's
It's crazy.
42, not 40. So that's
Yeah.
he got 2 more years on Jordan in that situation. So if that happened, they're like, well, it took LeBron 2 more years to get to that. But again, this is a guy I believe firmly Jordan is my GOAT. Like that for me,
Yeah.
he cannot be taken out of that realm. I won't argue with someone who believes LeBron is the GOAT. I'm not one of those. But like for me and what basketball has meant to me, I know that there is only one player who ever got me to actively root for another team as if it was my team, and that's Michael Jordan. No one has ever had that type of gravity for me. Um, so not only is he my goat of basketball, but to me, he is the definition of competitive sports for me in my generation. Because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
no, for
don't
sure.
know of anybody. Like I thought, ironically enough, that Carmelo Anthony would be that for me. Um, because I tried to leave the 76ers and go to the Nuggets when Iverson signed to the Nuggets and all that stuff. I was like, well, perfect timing. Carmelo and Iverson played for it didn't work. Jordan had me rooting for the Bulls as if I was a Bulls fan in the late 90s. You know what I mean? So it's just a different thing. But as far as your question is concerned now, LeBron James's legacy has been cemented for me. I don't feel any different. Again, I'm just really appreciative that he chose my team. It feels great. And I'm actually really interested to see what the LeBron James experience is going to be like.
Uh, you did sound a little thirsty there just a second. We said he chose my team. It's like, all right, slow down, player. You know,
I
but
don't care.
I respect it
Dying
though.
of thirst. If that's what it takes. Dying of thirst. I'm parched, actually. If I had a bottle of water with me, I'd sip it right now for effect.
Yeah, I feel you. It's gonna be probably one of the like this season is shaping up to be one of the best seasons. I said this in our chat, and I meant this shit too. Like Adam Silver need to book all these rivalry games ahead of time. Let's just get these in the beginning, like because it's the first time somebody go down with a knee injury. I don't want to hear, oh, he's not playing tonight. It's a Saturday night. It's a prime time game, and it's like it's January, and I got nothing else to do, and it's like nobody's playing. I'm be pissed. So let's get some of these rivalry games out. You know, we haven't got to do Knicks Sixers yet. I'm saying we can say that for Christmas,
And
but
I
like,
need I need as much Timberwolves on primetime TV as possible because the more opportunities to get like a Anthony Edwards and or LaMelo Ball like post game interview, halftime interview, like I
but they
need
just cussing the whole time.
you know what I'm saying? I just need it. I need it injected directly into my veins. Like even as a Sixers fan, I think I will probably have the most fun outside of obviously watching my team if they're winning. I think watching Minnesota games when they are at full strength is going to be an event that no one in our generation is really maybe even ready for.
I can agree.
Yeah,
I definitely agree.
the
Lamelo
streets
is
of
definitely going to
Minnesota are
be
not safe right now. I hope he has a car
no,
service, but
not at all.
like, you know,
Apparently, Anthony Edwards is driving him around. So yeah, whatever. But shout out. Listen, it's gonna be great. I'm happy. I'm happy for you, bro. Honestly, I am. Um, I'm glad that we get to see. I get to see LeBron at 7 o'clock in 7 o'clock games now. So
oh,
you got to stay
thank
up till
God,
10. So
we
good.
back
You know, we can get
7 o'clock, Bron.
everything is back to where it should be. You know what I
You
mean?
know,
This is great.
but
This is great.
now when he wants to stay up and watch his son sit on the bench for the Lakers, like, you know, is he going to be able to stay awake? You know what I mean? Like, or is he going to be asleep?
Yeah.
Is it bedtime?
Nah,
Is it bedtime for
I think
Bron?
he'll be awake. He'll probably have it on his phone, you know, on the way back to, you know, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, it'll be interesting to see how that works out. Hard pivot into some HBCU news. We'll call it our HBCU minute. There's a couple of things swirling around in the HBU stratosphere. First of all, shout out to my mother's alma mater, um, North Carolina A&T, Aggie Pride. They are having their 100th GHO, and for those uninitiated, that is the greatest homecoming on earth, as they call it. They had their first homecoming, obviously in 1926. It being 2026, it'll be their 100th celebration. And according to some reports, they're expecting upwards of 200,000 people on campus. I doubt at the same time, probably just like over the course of homecoming week. But still, I mean, for a school that's probably looking at maybe like a 10,000 student in that 10,000 student area, 200,000 people. I don't even know if the city of Greensboro can fit that many people.
I saw the same number. I saw the same story. Yeah, first of all, how many people graduated from the school that are still like, it can't just be, this
Great
can't
question.
all just be people that graduated from the school, right? So like, obviously it's like friends bringing friends of friends. Um, Shout out to, I haven't been, so I've heard it's awesome. I also have quibbled with the name. It's like, hold on now. Like, how you just gonna take that? But if you got 200,000 people come to your home, And that's 60% of the population of Greensboro. That's, I got to give it up to you. That's crazy. That's like a crazy amount of people. Like you said, it's interesting to see if people are just kind of moving in, moving out. But the way I'm thinking, like, why would I only want to be there for one day? Like, if the homecoming is just crazy, I'm trying to be there Friday to Sunday, and I might even stick around a little late Sunday, if I get back on the road and go home. So I feel like it's going to be 200,000 people strong, like for the entirety of the weekend, if that number actually is true.
Yeah,
Even
I'm
if
gonna
the number
pray
was
for the people trying to
150, that's
get.
crazy.
I'm gonna pray for the people trying to get tickets and flights and hotels out there because I mean it's already crazy, especially in these small city schools,
They
like
got like one
Greensboro, like
location.
us in Hampton. You know what I'm saying? Where like the city really only has like one opportunity to jack up prices for everything, and that's around homecoming when these students and these I mean young recent graduates with all kind of disposable income or just they have to fall over themselves to get there. I mean, the prices for some of these hotels are probably going to be crazy. I haven't looked at anything, but I'm assuming like quadruple what they would normally be, just for the sheer volume and the capacity. Standing room only. I did look up the enrollment though. So they are the first HBCU according to Google to surpass 15,000 students enrolled. They're over 15,000 students enrolled between the online and on campus. I think it says on campus is about 10,000, like I had predicted here a little bit earlier, and then there's over 5,000 out of state students, whatever that. I don't know if that means like online courses or literally students outside of the North Carolina in-state tuition situation. But 200,000 is crazy. I've never been to a G. Have you been?
No, I haven't. I've heard, and I would like to go. Probably not gonna happen because I mean, I
Not this
won't.
one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely won't be
Not this
happening
one.
this year. But as you know, like even getting to our own homecoming, shout out to Andrew University. Even getting to our own homecoming, I feel like I haven't been. I think I haven't been back since 2019, since before the pandemic.
Same.
So,
We were the same
yeah,
one.
like I.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We
Hmm.
we were there. So yeah, if I can't even get to my own this year, I will be there. But if I can barely get to my own in 6 years or 8, 7 years, however long it's been, um, yeah, I'm not going to nobody else.
I
So
was a 30 year
as
old.
much
We
as
were
I would like to,
30-year old men at our last homecoming, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
that's a
It was
good
our
point.
first foray into the 30s. And now, we
That's a
knocking
good
on, we're
point.
not 40 yet. We still, youngish, but, knocking on 40.
Yeah, I'm still mid thirties. I'm still
You're
mid
still,
thirties. I'm still
okay.
claiming that. Yeah,
we claim the mid 30s now. All right.
I'm still
I like
claiming
it.
mid 30s.
You know what? I like your style. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
But no, I think it's great for them. It's great publicity. I don't know how close to the 200,000 that they'll get to. I honestly pray that they don't get that close to 200,000. Just for the sake of the university, it's hard enough to maintain any kind of infrastructure with the 10,000, 15,000 students that you do got. But you want to 10 times that amount of people just roaming around your campus, and I would say at least half of them have no affiliation to your school other than the fact that they just want to be a part of history in the 100th homecoming at A&T. I just think it's a breeding ground for bad things happening, and I want nothing but positivity to come out of this weekend for them. So shout out to
yeah.
A&T, shout out to 100 years of GHO. Hoping nothing but the best for them. Tuskegee in the news for some questionable, I guess, choices, some things that they decided to ban do rags and bonnets um, in classes and also in the cafeteria, Malik. And I think that we were talking about it before we started recording here. I think that's where it really kind of twinged our nerve. The cafeteria is a sacred place, man. You can't take my do rag in the cafeteria. Like I got to be able to be comfortable.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. First of all, people get up at whatever time the cafeteria opens, literally walk from your dorm to the cafeteria just to go get food so you can, you know, go back to room, get dressed, whatever, go to class. So the idea that I'm supposed to come to the cafeteria fully dressed, or at least not in like it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. Let me eat my fucking eggs in peace. All right. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Come
I'm
on.
sorry, did I offend you at 8 a.m.
Yeah,
as I'm trying to get my scrambled eggs with my do-rag, with my blue do. Like, I'm sorry. I would
mind you,
like
mind
my
you,
French toast.
they in the back with hairnets on. It's the
Thank
difference.
you. I thought it was a community thing. I'm trying to match your fly. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Come
we,
on,
we
son.
here with it. Like, it's just, some things are a little bit too far. Now, I get it. Students, because Hampton implemented this. I think while we were in school, they implemented the no do rags and situation. But like, it was never in the cafeteria. That was never a thing. In
Yeah, I
class,
don't
I
think so.
get it. Look, you're in class. You should be ready for the day. You shouldn't be in class like you just rolled out of bed. Even if you did just roll out of bed, you shouldn't be in class with the do rag on, with your pajamas on, or like get dressed for the day, take a shower, brush your teeth, and get your ass to class, or skip it. It's not there. Most classes aren't even taking attendance. It's like if you want to miss it, you can take the zero for the day. They're not going to go knocking on your door. The cafeteria is just too sacred, man. You can't have a dress code for eating. Like that's ridiculous to me. So,
Go ahead and
um,
say it. Feels racist.
a little
You
bit,
know, I don't.
a little
I don't
bit.
want
It is
to.
Alabama, Malik. So for whatever it's worth,
Yeah, yeah. Feels a little self-hating. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say.
yeah.
All respect to
Well,
the elders, but
this is Trump's America. You know what I mean? This is what
yeah,
it is.
yeah. Skipping, pull
Uh,
your pants up.
yeah.
It's like, was he resisting? All right. It's like, yeah, okay, I see. I
Yeah.
see.
Well, I
Why'd he
mean,
run? Why'd he run?
yeah, exactly. If you didn't have anything to hide, if you
Yeah.
don't like it,
You go back to where it came from. Yeah, that's
there it
what
is.
that's what it feels like. That's what it
Yep.
feels like.
A little bit.
That's what it feels like.
A little bit.
Damn
Uh,
Tuskegee.
yeah. So the last bit of our HBCU minute, I'll let you lead this one here. You know a little bit more about it than I do, but Howard University in the news for all the wrong reasons. Yet again regarding their freshmen.
Yeah. This is a story that when I actually read the story, I was like, damn, I see myself in this situation. So essentially, Howard, uh, I guess unenrolled. I mean, is that the word? Unenrolled?
Yeah, they called it
Like
unenrolled.
500 people. They essentially told them like, you guys didn't pay enough money, and so your spot will not be reserved. And folks had to call, like they were trying to get their situation straight. Now, according to Howard, they had a deadline with which to pay a certain amount of money or get on a payment plan. Um, and I guess they're saying that all 500 of these people just never got on a payment plan, which seems kind of impossible. That
Right.
500 people
I mean, it's a
wouldn't be on a payment.
high number.
It's a crazy number. When I saw the number, if it was like 15, I'd be like, it wouldn't be a story because that'd just be a regular day. But 500 people just seems pretty insane. I am certainly not a fan of um, the concept of amount of money that you pay for school, having to get all of these different forms of payment, like whether it's scholarships or loans or whatever the case, grants. Like I'm literally, when I saw the story, I got PTSD as I was reading it because I was like, damn, this just reminds me of me when I was in college, having to stand in lines and ask questions and figure this out and figure that out, bring this paper here. No, you got to take it to this building. You got to take that building. The runaround, which they told us was supposed to make us stronger. I don't know how much stronger it made me other than making me angry easily. But yeah, like I'm not really sure how 500 people could be in arrears. Like that number just doesn't make any sense to me. And it's a bad look, obviously, for HBCUs because they always want to try to paint us in a certain light anyway. But like we we're supposed to be educating black people. You know what I'm saying? Like, God dang, I can't give me. You had to kick them all off. Like, there was just there's no
Right.
process. There's no nothing. Like,
It
it
just
just feels
seems
kind
to
of harsh.
me like I wish there was more information out about how long they gave for a deadline. Was this one of those things where it was like there was a lot of communication on both sides, or on one side versus the other side? Are the black people, are the students, and their families who are among the 500 who were unenrolled, did they have a reasonable amount of time to reach a certain deadline? Because again, you're not doing this stuff for free. You have to pay these professors, and you have to pay for the books, and do all those things. Like,
Yeah,
school costs money. Those things cost money. So you to a certain extent understand that the school, Howard University, has a business to run, but on the other end of it, just everything that we have seen out of them over the past couple of years, especially, it just lends itself to like, why is it always the freshmen that are dealing with this? Why is it always, some bullshit they're dealing with? They're this is the same school that had unhoused freshmen sleeping on the front lawns of campus because their dorms were unfit. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the type of thing that we're dealing with in one of the most famous, if not the most famous HBCU, at least on the Eastern Seaboard. So it's just one of those situations that's it's very unfortunate that a negative light would be shown upon one of our more illustrious HBCUs. Obviously as graduates of Hampton University, the real HU, we have our own feelings about Howard within the
Yeah.
family, but like that's like it's like a brother. Like we allowed to say some shit about him, but y'all not allowed to say
Yeah.
no shit about him. So like you're making our job harder to
Right.
defend you, to be a part of that brotherhood where we're trying to defend you to the outside world, but kind of like shit on you in the group chat. And it keeps on being a bad look, and I think to a certain extent, where there's smoke, there's fire, and you just have to kind of look sideways at the whole administration. It did give me flashbacks of the registrar's office being like just a daunting place. It's like you don't think there's a lot of places worse than the DMV, your local DMV. The registrar's office at a HBCU
Yeah.
is decidedly worse.
Yes. Yes. The whole building, really, honestly. As soon as I step foot in the building, I'm just like, it's about to be a long
Yeah,
day.
it's like dark
You know what
energy
I'm saying?
surrounding the place.
I'm like buckling up for sort of just a long ass day of just me rolling my eyes. But yeah, look, first of all, college should be free. Let's just start there. Like, there's absolutely no scenario in which we should have to pay for college. So that's one. They should forgive all the student loans that everyone has paid. Uh, Selfishly, I am one of those people who has
Still holding
had a
out for that,
ton,
Malik. Still holding
still
out.
has some, and they should just fucking.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, what are we doing here? You
I
know what I
have the
mean? But yeah,
20K I could pay him back, but I'm going to pay it slowly so that, just in case they want to forgive it, But I do have your money, guys. I have.
I don't have your money, which is why I'm
No,
still
I
paying
don't.
it.
I was a
Um,
joke.
but
I actually don't
but
have it
no,
at
but
all.
like I mean, just the idea that there's a barrier to education, to higher education, it just doesn't really make any sense. And yes, obviously these schools have to make money and all of this other stuff. Not disputing that. They also don't have to pay taxes. So like like just the idea that it has to be so expensive that people need to get on payment plans and do all this stuff. I just find it to be completely unfortunate. And like the whole point of even doing all that is just so you can get a job. Like it's not like people are just going just to go. Like you're not just like, oh, I heard it was jumping over here, so I'm about to just throw $38,000 at the wall because I got nothing else better to do. Like we all just want to get a job. We all just want to have like lives and careers. And I feel like the whole system, obviously, of higher education in this country is not in a good space, which is the foundation of this. And historically black colleges and universities also bear the brunt of having fewer resources. They get less money. Like, the amount of money that Howard has, as much as it is certainly not the amount of money that a school right down the road like Georgetown has, right? So, like, even within this same city, you could have two schools that have unequal resources. But yeah, I mean, it's a terrible look. Obviously, yeah, we got to defend them because they're HBCU. I mean, try to defend their what they stand for, I guess, which is educating black people. But it's like, God damn, like 500? Like, it's like when I read the story, and I'm trying to be like, all right, because the racism is coming. So it's like, let me make sure I can like point it out. And it's like, I don't know, man. It's like when your homie is telling you a story, but like they the problem, and it's like,
Right, yeah.
yeah, man.
You try to be a good friend, so you want to hear the
Yeah,
whole story, but like low key, you hope they stop sharing details because it's just getting worse.
yeah, yeah. You just stop asking questions at a certain point because you realize like, oh, the questions I'm asking is making you more mad because you
It's like,
because you
so
wrong.
you did spit on him though. Okay, yeah. Well, it's
Now
kind of
I can see a scenario in which that would be cool.
yeah. Well, no,
Continue
I
with your story.
understand. why the guy had to then slap you in the face. Like I get it.
Yeah.
You kind of
But he's
spit
still
on
a
him a
bitch.
little
But
bit.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, fuck that guy. We'll jump his ass. But like, also, why
Yeah.
would you do that? So, yeah. I mean, it's a very unfortunate look for Howard University. Hopefully, they get that shit all squared away. I'm sure that they will. Um, but yeah, it's unfortunate that that's what it had to come to over there. But um, you know, that's how they do it. The other HU. Just choose Hampton, guys. I think that's what we learned. If we learned anything in this,
That's right.
choose Hampton with the real HU.
That's right. Come
Uh,
to death row.
you don't want, to be left out on the front lawns of your freshman
Yeah.
dormitory. You don't
Yeah.
want people pulling your registration because you a little late on the car note, on the rent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come on to death row. Come to your home by the sea, man. We got you. We're going to hold you
There you
down for
go.
a little bit. I mean, still pay us, but we'll be a little more
Yeah.
forgiving.
Definitely.
No, so back into sports here. I didn't want to end a podcast with you without talking about my Red Sox. Obviously, very
Go
recently
ahead.
ended
This is just, I
a
mean, I don't, you really you should have did like the Red Sox hat with the Sixers jersey just to get just to have a complete picture of your fandom. I
Is
think
that your
that's what we should have
professional
done.
wardrobe choice for me? And a
No,
winter look? Is that what you
I
think?
think, I just wanted you to be able to bask in all the glory. Yeah? I wanted you to feel the glory. Yeah.
Listen, I want you to understand that in all things, LeBron James trumps anything Red Sox. So let's just start there. Also, the
Respect.
76ers trumps Red Sox. So also start there.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I am very proud that they got their season back to something respectable. I am not going to lie. I enjoyed the hell out of this run. A franchise a franchise record tying 15 consecutive wins. Um, at one point they won 20 out of 23 games dating back to early July. And it's been a hell of a ride to go from 14 games 14 games under 500 to
Hmm.
being over 500 for the past week here. It's been an incredible turnaround to the season, but um, to be honest with you, they just kind of like got me back watching. Now it's like the season has been reset. You're still in the relative basement of the AL East. We're still 5.5 games back of your Yankees, and they suck. You know what I'm saying? So like it's not like you won this 15 games and all of a sudden you're in the driver's seat of the AL East. It's like no, great, you won 15 straight games and now you're only seven games back of the Tampa Rays. Like that's embarrassing. So I am very happy, that we have a wild card spot, but a wild card spot doesn't really mean a whole lot. We trade for Curtis Mead, and then his second at bat as a Red Sox, he fractures his wrist and is probably going to be out for the rest of the year. Like this is the type of stuff that befalls my Red Sox. You know what I'm saying? This is why I can't get excited about 15-game win streaks to get us back into the fringes of a pennant race because that darkness looms over this franchise.
Well, that took a dark turn. You could have just took the victory lap. Now this is it's gonna make it even worse when I make fun of your team because I'm still gonna do that. Shout out to y'all though, because you kind of got ahead of it for me, but I'm gonna still dig a little deeper on there. I'm gonna throw a little dirt in there. But no, I think you forgot to point out that they fired the manager mid-season, which makes the whole run even more impressive. Like you brought in a manager from Double A, Triple A,
Triple A, Chad
Triple
Tracy.
A.
Mm-hmm.
Um, after you fired your manager who won you, uh, what, two World Series, one World Series.
One. He won one
Yeah.
World Series and then was robbed in 2021.
So yeah, I mean, to do that, like you said, go from 14 games under, I think you guys are 5 over going into today. It's impressive. Like, no hate, can't hate it, but
Yeah,
to
you
your
could,
point,
and you probably do.
I could. Well, listen, it's nice to see you back in the picture. I thought we lost you back there, buddy. But as you said, my team is not playing well. We don't have a best player. Still picked up a win tonight.
Are you missing players? Is that where we're going with this? We're going to go to the
Yeah,
missing players because
when you're
we can
missing the
play the
best player
IL
in
game.
baseball, when you're missing the best player in baseball, it
Who,
tends to
Garrett
throw you
Crochet?
off your game.
Is that the best player
Yeah,
in baseball that you speak of?
relax. Just a guy who's won 2 MVPs. No big deal.
Yeah, writers vote
Home
on
run
that. What do
records,
they know?
home run
Pete
records.
Rose
You know,
isn't
no
even in
big
the
deal.
Hall of Fame. Barry Bonds isn't even in the Hall of Fame. So the same guys that are voting out Pete Rose and Barry Bonds are voting Aaron Judge to win MVP, who's also won the
That's your.
juice.
That's your. The same guys who voted said they were the straight face. I respect it. I respect it.
Yeah. Take that,
No, listen.
BBWA.
Yeah. Fucking guys. Yeah, they really are the worst because it's like, I mean, seriously, Barry Bonds is just like not gonna.
You can't write the story of baseball without Pete Rose and Barry Bonds. Full stop.
Yeah,
It
ridiculous.
just is what it is. You don't have to like the guy. If you want to put an asterisk next to their name, and I hate to take the detour to this moment, but it's just the
No.
dumbest thing ever.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. Like, imagine Malik Beasley was actually like a legitimately great NBA player. I think he'd still be in the Naismith Hall of Fame. Like, John Calipari is a Hall of Fame coach. He just is. He's in the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame.
For sure.
And he has no shortage of controversy that surrounds him on multiple different campuses around universities. You know what I mean? Like, you cannot write the. Michael Jordan has had, numerous different conspiracy theories and controversies talked about, with him.
There's a difference between conspiracies and like you might go to jail for the shit
like,
you're doing. But I hear what you're saying.
Look at some of the people that you have in the Baseball Hall of Fame. I guarantee you it's some racists in there. I guarantee you. It's probably some closeted Klan members in
it's probably like 60% racist.
100%. Anybody that was voted into the Hall of Fame before 1950 probably said nigga.
Yeah.
And none of them were black.
Probably.
So, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That just is what it is. Like, you can't tell me Babe Ruth didn't say nigga. I know a nigga that say nigga, and Babe Ruth said nigga for sure.
He probably did. I can't lie.
For sure. There's no doubt in my mind, Malik. There's not a doubt in my mind.
He said it more when he was in Boston, but he definitely said
it. All right, relax. His name is Herman, okay? Herman.
Yeah.
How many good people do you know named Herman?
None.
Exactly my point.
I think there was one kid, maybe.
Herman Ruth couldn't hold a candle to Barry Bonds as a hitter or Pete Rose. So
I agree. Different game. I mean, Barry Bonds obviously on the juice, but yeah. The point I was trying to make is that Aaron Judge, who is one of the best players we've seen since Barry Bonds, not on the team right now, still hurting. On top of that, we lost Stanton. We lost Cody Bellinger the other day. The pitching has been up and down, minus our like great pitchers. Just had Free come back, so we got things going on too, buddy. And we're soldiering on. We are soldiering on. So, congrats. One on the chin for your little old Red Sox for getting back in the race, and let's see what happens. You was talking crazy too before we jumped on you. It's like, last time we swept y'all. It's like, all right, well,
yeah.
celebrate
you guys
did.
You started the historical run. Like, it's fitting that it started with you all, a 4-game sweep. Not too unlike when our backs were against the wall in 2004 in the ALCS. We had the Cowboy up. It's a similar situation. You know what I mean? Like, people counted us out, and we had to go on a little streaky streak. And we won 8 games in a row in the World Series. So shout out to y'all.
Living in the past. You're living in the past.
Well, I mean, you say whatever you want to say, but the reality of it is that, whenever the Red Sox are feeling down on their luck, they're feeling downtrodden, they're feeling defeated, they're feeling like nobody believes in us. Here come the Yankees to put a battery in our back. And we thank y'all for that. We really appreciate you guys for being the shit organization that you are. But no, I'm not here to pat Craig Breslow on the back. I'm not here to pat anybody on the. I will give Chad Tracy a pat on the back. I think you hit the nail on the head as an interim manager to come in and just completely change the culture. I still love Alex Cora, but I can admit that I was wrong. That maybe there is something like they didn't completely change the complexion of the team. They just changed the manager, and the team started to shape differently in the way that they believed in themselves and the way that they performed out there on the field. Now, some of that is just, numbers regressing to the mean, but some of that is also just the way that the players responded to a different voice and a different message. And maybe Alex Cora's message was getting a little stale in there. Maybe Chad Tracy, kind of being more of a rah rah guy, not necessarily in terms of like vocality, but in terms of there was that text message that he had sent to all the players during the Colorado series, which was kind of the low point in the season when they got swept by Colorado, and he just said like, "Look, guys, we lose together, we win together. It's bad boys for life." So
I'm
I'm
sorry, we
very
lose.
impressed with what he has done as the interim manager of the Red Sox. I think he has earned his keep for sure. And if not with the Red Sox, I'm sure any other major league team is would be happy to have a guy like Chad Tracy sitting leading their baseball team next season. But there's a long way to go for this team to be relevant in the postseason. I think they will make the postseason, but to be relevant in the postseason, there's a lot of growing that they have to do.
No, I mean, this is obviously not as dramatic as it was last year, but it's not too dissimilar from the way you guys' season happened last year. Had a midseason slump, you know, got some dead weight, and went on a run. Would you not say? I mean, I think it's similar with the with the whole Denver situation, but yeah, you know, I
Dead weight is
certainly could see that
extreme.
happening. Well, he clearly did not want to be there. So that's how I'm gonna categorize it. The point I was gonna make was, I feel like there's a similar arc to the story of the season in terms of like struggling and things kind of going bad and you guys kind of coming out of nowhere. And it'll probably end the same way with you guys losing to the Yankees. So, you know, long setup for that one.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it for sure.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're looking forward to that. It's not gonna happen, but I'm glad that you're looking forward to something. We gotta look forward to something in this world. You know what I mean? Yeah. So before we go into dad rules, man, Marvel's got a couple of major announcements coming out of Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con. Um, so we're getting a Ghost Rider movie that no one asked for, starring Ryan Gosling, who is just continues to be America's darling. And I'm a big fan of his. Also, it sounds like hate a little bit, but it's
Same.
more of a vitriol. Um, we never got the Blade movie, Malik. We're never going to get the Blade movie as they have canceled production on that after just a tumultuous couple of years since the Mahershala Ali announcement was made. What was it, like 4 or 5 years ago that they announced him at San Diego Comic Con at Hall H?
It's a good question. It feels like it's been 10 years. Honestly, I feel like they've been talking
Yeah,
about
it's
this
a
forever.
long time. Like before Eternal, so it's been at least 5 6 years
Yeah,
because his first and only appearance as Blade, which wasn't even an appearance, it was a voiceover in the Stinger after the movie Eternals was as Blade. Like that was it. We got like a one sentence situation talking to Jon Snow, who is also not going to be in Marvel movies. So like it's just I don't know, man. Like I'm
I
sure
don't
it's
know
going to
what's
be a good
funnier between
movie
you calling him Jon Snow.
because that's who he is. I don't
Yeah, I
want
know.
to. I don't want to. I mean, it sucks. You know what I mean? Like I want to be happy for this Ghost Rider movie, and I think it's going to be a very entertaining movie. I really do. I don't think so far Ryan Gosling just hasn't missed. I can't think of a movie that I've watched with him in it that's not lived up to my expectations as far as entertainment and quality has been concerned. And Project Hail Mary was nothing short of incredible. But just like I wanted fucking Blade. I love Mahershala Ali. It was the perfect casting. It was the perfect movie for him. And we're never gonna get it. And we've seen Ghost Rider twice. Twice. Nicolas Cage was Ghost Rider, and then they had a Ghost Rider in like the TV series for
Yeah,
the I
I
forget
remember
what
that.
the Marvel TV series that they had before the Disney Plus stuff, but there was a Ghost Rider in that TV show as well. Um, I don't know if we needed that.
Um, I've said this before. Probably hadn't said it in a while, but the worst movie I've ever seen in my entire life is Ghost Rider.
The second one or the first one?
See, it's funny you would ask that because you would think when someone says the worst movie of my life, that I've ever seen in my life is Ghost Rider, that they would only have seen the first one. But I think I might have somehow managed to convince myself that I would watch the second one. Um, and I actually don't remember which one's worse. I actually think the first one was worse. But it's so bad. It's so bad that I'm genuinely stunned that they decided like, hey, let's go back for a triple dip. Like, why the fuck are we doing this? It makes absolutely no sense. And like you, I love Ryan Gosling. This makes absolutely no sense why they would decide to remind people that they made a version of this movie that was so bad. It actually, I don't remember how old I was. I couldn't have been, I don't think I was over 18. I was definitely in my teen years, but not like smart enough to really understand like how bad a movie was. I think it was just a visceral feeling of like, oh, this is a bad movie, right? Like I didn't understand like why it was bad. I just knew that it fucking sucked, and I was just tired of watching it in the theater, and I kind of wanted to get up and walk out. So the fact that they're going back to this is crazy. Maybe Ryan Gosling can like make me forget. He could do the Men in Black like you know memory thing to me, and I'll be
Oh
like, oh
yeah,
yeah, with
the
Nicolas Cage,
neuralizer
what?
wipe.
Yeah.
Well, I will
But
say
yeah,
about the
it's crazy.
first
It's crazy that they decided to.
that the first Ghost Rider movie. It is Nicolas Cage can be really campy in stuff, which I think it's a blessing in disguise that he never really got to do his rendition on Superman. Um, Great in Spider Noir, but that's just naturally a campy type of TV series in character because it's like a period piece, and it's kind of spoofing itself, and it knows how ridiculous it is. Like it's part of the charm of the show, but and the character itself. But yeah, he's just it was hard to believe of Nicolas Cage as some like badass superhero devil for hire guy, and even less believable that Eva Mendes would be romantically interested in him in this movie. So, like it was, I think those two things really were kind of working against it. And ironically enough, Eva Mendes is the wife of Ryan Gosling. So,
Yeah.
um, you know what I mean? So there's a little bit of a 6 degrees of separation type of situation going on with that. But I think this has a better opportunity to be a better movie just because the main ingredient is better. You know what I'm saying? Like it's when you cook with better ingredients, the food usually comes out a little bit better. I'm just gonna be salty. I'm not gonna give this the chance that it deserves to get because
Yeah.
if it's in reality a 10 out of 10 movie, it's not gonna be higher than a 9 out of 10 movie for me because I should have gotten played.
I
It's
respect it.
just like,
I genuinely
who would
respect
have been great here? Mahershala. What if you had a Mahershala Ali cameo as Blade, and they kind
it.
of
Yeah.
teamed up in the second half?
And
It's
he
like,
jumped on
oh
the back of his
wait,
bicycle.
no
Yeah.
Blade. Now you know what? Marvel should lose the rights to Blade. I'm that hurt.
I mean, yeah. Or I listen. I don't know actually why the movie didn't get made. Whether it was Mahershala was too demanding, or the people like what sounds like racism to me. But I'm not gonna go there. But I just it did go there, so I guess I'm going there. It sounds like racism to me.
Sniffs of
But
racism. It does.
um, but yeah, I that part of that part of it is bad enough. But again, I cannot reiterate how bad the original Ghost Rider is. So bad, in fact, that I think people should go back and watch it. Just like watch like 20 minutes of it. If you can
Actually,
stomach 20
don't do
minutes of how
that
bad
because
it
I
is,
feel like your
no, no, no.
TV
I
might
think we
know.
should. I think as a society we need to go back and remember shit. Like really remember shit. Um, like people just sometimes you just don't remember. Time has passed. Things they come and they go. We need to really remember how bad some things were so we could be like, yo, like actually we did need this. But to your point, the main ingredient is better. Ryan Gosling is a better actor. He's more likable. And also I think failing as bad as they did, you can kind of figure out, okay, how do we like kind of address that and like make fun of it and be like, oh yeah, like he sucked that one time, but like we're all back. But I also kind of feel like there are like a lot of the funny thing about Marvel is that they've done Marvel movies before this iteration of Marvel. So we've seen some things like kind of not work, and this one just felt like it seems cool as like a cartoon or a comic book, but like I think the real reason that it doesn't work is just like a dude with a flaming head just doesn't fucking make any sense.
Yeah, it's hard
It just
because
doesn't.
this literally in a lot of these different iterations in movies and stuff. I think leaning on more practical effects and things like that, and trying to ground and base some of these movies in reality or on real life themes kind of out the window when you have like a daredevil who signs his life over to the devil, and becomes, like you said, a flame headed, motorcycle riding, anti-hero, not even really like full on superhero. It was more of an anti-hero type of character. And there's just no real way to not to take that movie seriously. But Ryan Gosling made Fall Guy work for me. I mean, probably,
I
I
love
don't know
Fall Guy. It was
I,
great.
I thought it was a hilarious movie. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I had fun watching that movie. And if you can make Fall Guy work, as a movie star, if you can go into a Barbie movie as Ken,
Yeah.
and be the only real person outside of Greta Gerwig who probably deserved an Oscar for that movie, I think that speaks to your ability and your star quality, and that's the type of star that it would take to make a movie like this work. Iron Man was not a super popular Marvel hero before Robert Downey Jr. Took the reins. Like, we knew
Hold on.
Iron Man, but he wasn't
He
like
had several shows, bro.
he had one
They had
show, and
several Iron Man cartoons.
he wasn't an overly pop. Like, people weren't like dying to meet. Like, when an Iron Man movie came out, like, it's intriguing, but it's not like, oh, it's a new Batman. It wasn't like Robert Downey Jr. brought Iron Man
yes.
from like, a regular, like a really good player to the All-Star game. You know what I mean? Like, he was like, oh, you deserve to be up here with the upper echelon of people, because when it's done right, then people will go and see it. Eric Bana was the Hulk before, what's not even Mark Ruffalo. What was his name? From fucking
Edward Norton.
Edward Norton. Yeah. So, like, and I can tell you that Eric Bana Hulk movie, boo boo. Not a fan. Not a fan of the Eric Bana version of the Hulk. Norton did a much better job as the Hulk, I would say. And then, Ruffalo has really just grabbed the reins and
also they haven't made a standalone Hulk movie since.
Doesn't work.
I mean, maybe you could count Ragnarok, but like,
doesn't work. Really. Standalone Hulk movie doesn't work. It's just because the character, when he's in his fully realized form, is just a CGI monster who can't really speak English. So it's like, it's hard to make that movie work.
When you say it like that, it sounds like crazy, but yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yes, I mean, that's the reality of it. But I think
he is speaking English. By the way, he is speaking English. It's just like broken English, like he's
super broken English,
like a Spanglish,
No, I understand Spanglish way better.
It's like rather
translate reggaeton with. I'd rather translate reggaeton into Morse code than understand what the Hulk is saying on like a word by word basis.
No, I hear you, but now we're just quibbling. I feel like you're disrespecting Iron Man. All right, I gotta say Iron Man probably top 5 popularity. Comic book sold. I'm gonna look this up. I'm not gonna look it up right now, but I'm gonna send this to you. If I had to guess,
2006 Iron Man, you think is ahead of. So in order to be top 5, there's Spider-Man, Batman, there's Superman.
Oh, I was just talking Marvel. I was talking.
Just talking Marvel. Okay, you're just talking Marvel.
I wasn't counting the DC because I feel like that's unfair because the movies like kind of gave them the leg up for however many.
Yeah, but I mean, if you think about it, like, nobody really until recently, nobody gave Blade the credit for saving Marvel Studios because they were going to lose their money until Blade made all the money that it made. Shout out to Wesley Snipes. So, but a lot of people don't even acknowledge Blade as a Marvel superhero. So it's not to say that Iron Man didn't have greatness in the character to be fleshed out. I think that, Robert Downey and Jon Favreau really found that magic.
Yeah.
But
of course,
I can't say that some random person walking down the street knew who Iron Man was in 2006. Like, my mom would not have known who Iron Man was in 2005. There's no chance. Yes,
she would.
No, she wouldn't have. And the only reason why she might have known is because she used to buy me comic books because I didn't have money of my own, obviously. But, I mean, it was... She would not have known who Iron Man was. But as soon as Robert Downey Jr. took over the mantle, he became more global. Now you're mentioning Iron Man on the same level as you would mention a Batman or Spider Man
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
No, I
things
got
like
you.
that. You would
Yeah,
never do that before because he just wasn't that level of a hero. It's not that Iron Man isn't an interesting character. Tony Stark is a very interesting character, but I mean, billionaire playboy, you know, tale as old as time. But like as a character in the comic books, like you wouldn't have you. I don't think that a reasonable person would have expected um the whole entire the future of superhero movie and really just like big tentpole blockbuster movies
yeah,
changing on the backs of one, a reformed Robert Downey Jr. and two, him playing Iron Man and Tony Stark. I don't think that anybody.
I
Yeah, if you
agree.
would have
I
said
agree.
he did it as Superman or he did it as Batman, whatever, cool, maybe. As doing it as Iron Man, is a completely different.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the case for the possibility that this could be good, you know? Also the fact that, I mean, I don't know if we were going here, but I'm gonna just go there. Um, I think I'm kind of, I probably am alone in this scenario, but I think I'm a little tired of the story that they've been trying to tell through these Avenger movies. Like, I think I'm good on it. Um,
What
I'm
story is
not
that?
like, I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out. At first, it was the Infinity Stones, and it was the multiverse. I don't know where we're going. Um, I like to try to just like catch the movies. I don't. I try not to do too much like digging in ahead of time because I feel like that just spoils it. And then I'm just like, well, they didn't even do it like that in the comic books. But yeah, like uh, Doomsday, for example. I'm I'm just mostly concerned that they're not gonna be able to live up to the hype, right? And I do think, to your point, pivoting and doing something totally outside of um, what the story that they've been kind of branching off and, kind of doing a side mission type movie. That actually might be a breath of fresh air that they could use. Granted, to your point, would have been nice if that was Blade. Um, and because they're already doing something that was kind of being done already, it's not like them doing Ghost Rider. It's kind of the same thing as doing Blade, except you're picking up white dudes instead of black dude. But yeah, I mean, that might be the fresh opportunity that some director might. And do they have a director attached to it? I don't know.
Yeah, I think Scott Levy is the director attached to it. So, I think he did the most recent Deadpool movie, if I'm not mistaken. I'll look that up. But
Mm,
um,
interesting. A little over the top for me, but I still liked it.
nah, I mean it is. I'm willing to give it a chance, but I am
Like, couldn't it
not
just been a Disney Plus show? Like, did this need to be a movie?
with with Ryan Reynolds attached. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Aren't Ryan Reynolds, Ryan Gosling
I
attached?
knew
I
what you
just
meant. I knew what you
yeah. I mean, there's somebody that's watching this that's like, oh no, Ryan, but
meant. God doesn't even know if there's two more rules brought off.
yeah, it's like whatever, bro. I get it. But no, I just I'm very I want to be more excited for this movie because I really think that I don't think that Gosling would have attempted something like this at this point in his career um if he wasn't sure that he can find a way to make it work and that he would kill it in the role. Just because he doesn't need this movie. This isn't something. I mean, I don't know the guy personally, but it's hard for me to believe that like Ghost Rider is some passion project of his. I just think this is a situation where like he might have been intrigued by the character and never had an opportunity to play a superhero in a movie before. Um, and he felt like he had an interesting angle into how to tell this character story and what he wanted to say as this character. So I am interested to see what that's going to mean, what it's going to look like. I mean, it is slated to come out. What did it say? 2027. I think it
Yeah, I
was,
think
or
so.
maybe 2028. But like within the next 2 years, that it's scheduled to come out. So it's not like it's too far down the line for a movie that's going to rely pretty heavily on some CGI. So they must already have a script in hand or close
Yeah.
to one. It's gonna be interesting. It's just again, I'm never gonna be able to let it go. Like I'm gonna be, we'll be like 75 years old, well past the podcasting era, and I'm still gonna be like, should have got Blade. You know what I mean? Like, should have been Blade. Yeah, we'll probably have a whole different set of blades, a whole Blade universe, and I'll still be
Yeah.
mad that back in the 2020s, Mahershala Ali never got his opportunity to play Blade,
I
but he
feel you.
still will get to kill some white vampires in his next movie. So at least there's that.
Yeah, I see he's back. But I don't know. I feel like maybe we're coming to the close to the end of the Marvel experience. Um, which I think is why I'm so concerned with some like how some of these movies end up turning out because I enjoyed it. I do enjoy it, and I feel like once you kind of jump the shark, like they're not gonna stop making the movies, but the movies are gonna just at a certain point kind of just be less and less relevant, unless they can figure out a way to sort of, um, you know, one up what they've done in the past, which is really
I
hard to
think
do because
I think once Coogler and the Russos are done, it's probably a wrap for Marvel. Like because like Robert Downey came back to Double Dip. It's not going to really be the same. Chris Evans came back to Double Dip. Not really
and
going to
they
be the
told
same.
us they should have never told us. They should have
Yeah.
never told us.
Plus,
Like
yeah,
I
when Chris
understand why
Evans
they want
left,
to
he
do it.
said he was never going back. Like he wants to go make serious
Yeah.
movies, and then he made like one Snowpiercer that flopped and a couple other movies that didn't do well. And he was like, you know what, Marvel not that bad. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like
He said,
making
and the
20
check is
million
how
every
much
other
now?
year.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Like
know what I mean? Exactly.
he said, how many
But
zeros on the back of it?
he
That
said,
that number.
I only have to be here for 3 weeks and I make $25 million. Sign me up. I'll
Yeah,
do that.
yeah,
Um, but again, it's just at a certain point, and it's unfortunate because we'll never know how popular Marvel could have gotten. Like the one thing that could not happen, the one thing that no one could ever plan for was Chadwick Boseman
mm,
dying.
yeah,
And it was just so random and so sudden, and you hate to minimize his life to the character that he played in one of the many movies that he was a part of, and probably not even his best character that he ever played. But like this whole studio, they were leaning towards T'Challa and Black Panther probably taking over the mantle of being like the leader of the Avengers or centering a story around that character. And because you would get a character like a T'Challa that brings the regality to it. You would get the diversity that comes with an African prince being the leader of the Avengers, and then you would also probably get a Ryan Gosling led or a Ryan Coogler led Avenger movie, which would be a very interesting and awesome sight. And honestly, I hope that we do get that before I'm too old to be going to these kinds of movies. But you just couldn't plan for that, and it changed
yeah,
everything about the future of Marvel movies. But I do think, yeah, like as it stands now, like the way that that Marvel dominated the blockbuster landscape, I do think that is it's back to the Nolan era. You know what I mean? These big,
yeah,
broad,
yeah, yeah,
swooping epics and movies shot with. We shot this whole movie in IMAX, and you have to see it in IMAX. Otherwise, 2/3 of the movie gets cut off. You're not gonna be able to see it, and like whatever. But like, it's gonna start to skew back to film nerdsville, which is fine because I'm a film nerd as well. So,
Same. I love all of it, honestly. I wish I had more time to go to the movies. I haven't seen a movie in a significantly long time.
so no Odyssey for you.
Um, not yet. It's on the list, but yeah. I mean, there was definitely a point where it wasn't just that the movies were big and that they were fun. Like the idea that these things were tied together, telling people just like good stories. Like people like good stories. And I feel like they've kind of gotten away from the story and got more into the like, how can we throw in a easy joke and a cameo into these movies? Like that seems like the bigger thing that they're pushing for. But again, I could be wrong. Avengers could be dope. I think Spider Man's gonna be really good. I'm looking forward to that one. Um,
Yeah, I'm
so
going Saturday for that.
yeah, I, I got a long list of movies that I need to see. So I guess I should probably just knock these two out the way since they're still in theaters. But yeah, Ghost Rider, buckle up. You know the thing? I'm just saying this now. The thing that was stupid about the movie is like the way that he killed people was like so ridiculous. Like he would just swing his stupid fucking chain
Chains, yeah.
and like and then the thing would just explode and then that was it. There were like no fighting scenes. There was no hand to hand combat. It was just him riding around on a motorcycle, tapping people
Again,
with his chain, and then they would just explode. And I was like,
it was
this is dumb.
Nicolas Cage. You know what I mean? Like Nick
It's
Cage
just
does
dumb.
not strike me as the guy that's gonna do like the Keanu Reeves thing where like you do one John Wick movie and now all of a sudden he's a weapons expert and could probably take your life in under 30 seconds flat. You know what I mean? Like this is Nick Cage who is like he's going to take the most ridiculous roles way too seriously, which provides its own sense of campiness, but like physically, even though he's not necessarily a small guy, he's not like the most physically intimidating type of person. So I don't know that Ryan Gosling brings a certain level of physicality to this role that I think if it was ever going to work on the big screen, this will be our opportunity to find out if it was ever going to work. Because Ryan, he's got the look. He's a handsome young man. He's physically a bigger guy, not like super huge, but he's kind of like in that Ryan Reynolds type of mold. So I think if you're going to make it work, this is the kind of guy that could make something like that work. But maybe he just does the same thing, explodes motherfuckers with his chain. I don't know. I don't I don't know what this is going to be, but I'm
I
sure
will
it's going
walk
to be
out.
better
I
than
will
this.
walk out the theater. I will absolutely just. I'll walk out the theater. I don't
Not
want
for
to see that. It's
23:45,
ridiculous.
right? You finna
I
sit
don't
your
even
ass down
care.
for that full 2 hours.
I don't even care. I'm dipping. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna just walk into a different movie. Be like, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna switch movies. I'll go see the. I don't know. Whatever else is in the theaters. If that happens, I'm just swearing it off. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Gosling putting this.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be fun. I'm very much looking forward to it. Um, yeah, so dad rules, man. Do you have any dad rules?
This is actually one that got brought up in the chat, and I was busy as the conversation was happening. But I feel, shout out to our boy Nigel. I feel a little of that energy. This is boy dad specific. So
Yeah,
you sit
yeah.
back for a
I'm gonna
second.
sit this one out.
And yeah, yeah, and it's actually it's really funny because today I sat talking with another friend, um, and they said the same thing. Like this boy energy is like it's just different. Like it's just really different. And the other day, I'm playing around, like I was I've never even really done this with him before, but I was kind of playing like, oh, like put your hands up. This guy had two stuffed animals in his hands and dropped them on the floor and looked at me. I said, yo, hold on, man. Like, wait a minute.
Did you
I
just
said, are
square
we
up?
really about to do this? Yeah, like,
Yeah,
are we
I
really about to do this? Like, what's up? So yeah, like shout out to all my boy dads. Like, yo, we might really have to square up on these kids. And like, you know what? Hey, it's gonna make them tougher, but we gotta let them know because I don't know what happened in the last couple of years with these young boys being born, but like the energy is crazy. The energy really is crazy. I'm assuming you're not getting this as a girl dad because I see you getting your makeup done and you know what I'm
Is
saying your nails painted and stuff. It's just a
well, I
different.
mean,
It
I've
just seems
looked.
different over there.
Well, I mean, when she tells you that you look like a pretty princess, I think you just at this point you're kind of in the arms of an angel in that situation. Just kind of
Yeah,
let nature take its course. No, it's a
I
very
respect
different.
it because it seems calm, which is the opposite of my
It's
household
not.
right
She's a psychopath. She is just such a bundle full of energy and just like I think it's a similar type of challenge. Just they go about it in different ways. I think
now.
for my daughter and the way that she'll do it, she tries to like cute her way through it because she knows that I think that she's the most adorable human being on the planet, and I think that she really likes to kind of lean in to that a couple of times. She start to you see the confidence grow just in the way it's hard to describe, but like the way that she smiles back at you when she catches you like just staring at her, and she's just like, yeah, I know. Oh, this is my daddy doting. Like she just kind of she doesn't like stop like why are you looking at me anymore. She just kind of like smiles. She's like, yeah, he
Mhm,
loves me,
mhm.
and that kind of thing. So she's starting to learn the power that she has, which is terrifying. But the other part of it
Your
is,
wallet just opens.
yeah,
Your wallet just opens and
then
money's just coming out.
literally
It's like,
actually,
here, go to the mall.
it just takes money. She just took money from me. She took money out of my hand. I came back from work the other day, and her and my wife were in bed, just watching TV, waiting for me, and I like kind of put it on the dresser, and she grabs or the headboard. She grabs it from the top of the headboard, counts it wrong because she can only count to like 20, but counted it however she felt like counting it, and then gave me what she felt my portion of the money was. Like that was,
Oh wow.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's like, no, you
That's
can keep
crazy.
this one. I'm gonna keep this one.
She literally did the Jetsons on
Yeah. She did like the mom and Friday, like Smokey's Mom and Friday. Make it enough. Like, you know what I'm saying?
you.
Mom, is that
Yeah,
enough?
yeah,
Yeah. So, no, but it's also like a guilt trip type thing. Well, she'll hit you with the like, play with me.
yeah.
Come play zombies. Come sit with me. I love you. Like, and you're just like, if I say no now, I'm an asshole. So
Yeah,
like, I'm
yeah, yeah.
exhausted from work. I just peopled out. I don't want to like be a good person for like the next hour. I want to throw a million F bombs out. I want to like not care about anything except for like what's right in front of me. And here's this cute little 3-year old that's just like, come color with me. I want to do
Hmm.
my homework, which is just coloring in circles. I'm like, oh my god, you don't even hate homework yet. This is so adorable. So yeah,
That's
it's a
funny.
definitely a different experience, but she finds her way to test our patience on a regular basis, and I'm gonna just pray for Jasmine because like I want to say that I'm gonna be taking my wife's side in this when adolescence comes, but like I mean I just don't know.
Yeah. You'd be like, well, did you consider her side?
Yeah, so I mean, we're like, were you acting crazy? Because like
Yeah.
we
I
all
don't
know
know.
how
She
you
wouldn't
get.
just say that. She wouldn't just say that if you weren't being crazy. Like,
Well, she said you were acting crazy, which infers
yeah,
that you weren't crazy before. You can't act like something that you are, unless you're a
yeah,
great actor.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was complimenting
Wow,
me.
that's great. I'm glad she's understanding how to manipulate. That's good. By the way, I think my son is pretty good at that as well. He's just doing everything. Like I don't really understand. This guy just has energy nonstop.
You're
Like
fucked, bro.
it just does not end. I'm like, dude, like
Does he have a bedtime?
sit down.
When does he go to
Yes.
bed?
Well, because it's summertime, and the sun is out a little later, uh, it's kind of hard, for him to get his energy down. So his bedtime before was 7:30.
Okay,
Like he'd be like sleep by 7:30. Now it's like we creeping in past 8. It's like 8:30 sometimes where it's like I'm like, all right, like I can finally start my evening. So we'll
eight
see.
eight
When
thirty, brother. I dream of these days. Like we're just
okay.
now starting to try and rein it in for Arya, um, because it's hard enough getting her to sleep before 9:30. Like she just,
Are you serious?
oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Jeez.
She can if you don't force her to go to bed, and it's just with us because when she's with my mom, when she's with Jasmine's mom, when she's like anywhere else, she will go to sleep by like 8:30 sharp and like be the leader of the sleep brigade. Like, hey, I'm tired. Like, let's go. Like, my mom loves to comment about it all the time. Like, Arya decides when everyone in the house is tired because when she's ready to go to bed, everybody needs to go to bed.
She's
Like, she
shutting it
don't
down.
need
She's
nobody.
shutting everything.
Yeah, she's like, hey, no, we're tired. I'm not tired. We're
It's like,
tired.
hey, stop turning them lights off. What are you doing? Like, what's
It's like, no,
going
no, no,
on?
no, no. We're tired,
She
Lola.
hitting
Let's go.
switches.
Exactly. It's interesting. Like, go ahead, grab your pillow. Let's go.
Yeah.
Um, But no, like at home, like no bundle of energy, never wants to go to sleep. And still kind of every now and again will make us sit there and lay with her as she drifts off to sleep. So
Oh, I'm doing that
um
every night, dog. I'm doing that every night. Like,
yeah.
there's no way that, yeah. Like, so, I mean, that's probably part of the reason is because, like, we're still kind of not laying in there with him, but, like, I'm kind of easing him down because if I don't, he's just going nonstop. And I don't like for some reason, I just never got used to the whole, like, I'll just let him cry himself to sleep. Like, that just seemed unnecessary.
Yeah,
But,
it's torture. Honestly, I don't know that luckily we never really went through a phase that was that bad. Like she might have had like individual nights here and there sprinkled in where she cried really
Yeah,
good,
yeah,
but like we've never had. And even in those cases, it was like before she could really reach the door handle, so we would have to literally get up out of bed if we heard her crying. Like
yeah. Mhm.
now, she knows how to open every door in the house, so she just kind of waddles her little ass down the hallway and jumps in bed. Like last night, or I guess technically this morning, I like woke up and she was in bed. Like my wife kind of woke up around the same time and rolled over and she was in bed. She's like, "Did you put her in here?" I was like, "No, I thought you did. Usually it's you." And I'm like asleep and you just put her in the bed. So, um,
She climbed up in there and out.
yeah, she just found her own way into the bed with us. Last night, neither one of us knew what was going on. So she runs the household. And then after her, it's Jasmine, and then after Jasmine, it's like me and our dog are like kind of like 3A, 3B situations. It just kind of depends on the day. Yeah, some days I am less. Some days that just is what it is. I talk a big game, but at the end of the day, if Bash needs to go out, I'm the bitch that's gonna open the door. Like that's just the way that it has to go. It's like otherwise, I'm pissing on your carpet, and you're not gonna get rid of it.
Yeah,
So you just gonna
yeah,
live with a
yeah.
pissy car. I mean, so yeah.
Yeah. He's like, we do this easy way or the hard way, bro.
Yeah, it's like I know you upset right now because you tried to let me out 10 minutes ago, but I wasn't ready 10 minutes ago. We talking about
Yeah.
now? Why you living in the past? Right now,
I
I gotta go.
don't even remember that. I literally don't remember that. I don't have good memory. I'm a dog.
You say no. I have no idea what you're talking about. Just let me outside.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're being so weird about this. Oh man, no,
Oh
it's
man, what's your dad rule?
yeah. So my dad rule it's not even really a rule. It's just we're at a time when it's back to school. So we've got a lot of parents and everything. They're going to orientation for their kids, and they're doing this, doing that. For our child
Orientation.
who's about to turn 3, yeah, well, our child's about to turn 3, so she doesn't really have like orientation or anything like that. But she is going to start getting a curriculum at her daycare. Like we ordered books for her, and they're going to go over things in class and try and teach them stuff and all that
Oh, this
type
is
of
like that
thing.
3K thing.
Yeah, well, she's actually going to be with the kids about a year ahead of her,
Oh,
just
like
because
pre-K.
of where
Okay,
she's at.
nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So she's going to be not really necessarily in pre-K, but like all the kids that turned 3 before the summertime and are going to be turning 4 at some point during the year. Like she'll be learning and doing things with a lot of them and stuff and trying to keep up with that.
Mm.
So, very, very exciting times for us to kind of just test the limits of where she's at. And I think it's still, it's early enough that like, oh, okay, who cares? She's 3 and she's in the 4-year-old class. It's not like she's not TJ Henderson, you know what I mean? This isn't like a smart guy situation. It's just, it's
Jesus.
just like, hey, let's see how far we can push it and see what she can learn.
Yeah.
So, we're extremely proud of her, obviously, and happy about that. But this is just to say, like, hey, parents, this is your last opportunity to drop your kids off at grandparents' house for the weekend and just go enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
don't let the fact that school starts in a couple of weeks change whatever plans that you have for the end of your summertime. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to go out on Dykeman or whatever I'm saying, have a good time, do that. Drop the kids off at the grandparents' house. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the time. You let them know.
Okay.
You can let you know what I'm saying. Tug at the heartstrings a little bit. Like, hey, listen. Once it's a school year, she can't just be staying over your house over the weekend, or he can't just be staying at your house over the weekend because she's gonna have homework. They're gonna have things that they have to do. They're gonna have school to go to on Monday. This is summertime, so summer camp is over. You're in that awkward time in between summer camp being over and school started. You're getting clothes for school and all that stuff like that. Like, go. This, parents, is your last hurrah. Go enjoy you a weekend because once school starts, I'm telling you, it's gonna be fast and furious. Before you know it, you're gonna be looking for
Nigga,
Christmas
real dad.
gifts.
I love it.
I'm telling you, go enjoy
You're giving
yourself.
that
Have a
real
good time.
dad energy. I love it.
Real dad energy. You know what I'm saying? Go out and have some fun. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time because you just don't know when you're gonna be able to enjoy yourself again because money get tight around that Thanksgiving area once you start buying Christmas. I don't know how early you buy Christmas gifts. I usually wait till
Like, yeah, I'm buying them the day before Christmas. But
Yeah, shout out to you. Okay, I thought I was like the most irresponsible
yeah.
person. I'm glad
Okay, so
to
you
find
lied
out
then.
that. Yeah, no, thank God. Because my
He said, "I'm doing
mother-in-law
it in
be buying
November." I'm like,
Christmas.
"Who buys gifts in November? Don't worry, you
Nah,
psycho."
straight up, my mother-in-law be buying. She was like talking about starts
Is she
buying
retired?
Christmas gifts like the end of summertime and
Is she
continues to
retired?
buy them through like November and December. But like
Yeah.
she starts at least scouting for Christmas in like the
That's a
summertime.
responsible adult. That is a
I mean,
responsible
shout out to
adult,
her.
of which
I
neither
like
of
I just
us are.
this is exactly one and two. You ever like you gather this information and start to realize why like gift giving maybe isn't your love language and you're not good at it? It's because like you
Yeah,
don't do
yeah,
the
yeah,
work. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
I'm just not about
yeah.
to research you for 3 months to buy a gift. You know what I'm saying? Like I know
Every
you are letting
conversation,
me.
you're like,
I just
hmm.
want you to send me the list. Like I'm not trying to be cute about like what gift to get you. Like I want you to tell me what you want so that I can focus the next 3 months on putting
Yeah.
$20 a week to the side so I can actually afford this thing.
Here's a $300 gift card.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not,
Yeah, yeah.
Rome was not invented. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel here, guys. I just want to know what
I
you
feel you.
want so I can get the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like and that.
I feel
That's
you.
why I'm glad to have one of Santa's elves and Jasmine. Not a height joke, just a joke about. She's a very good gift
Just good at
giver.
giving gifts. Yeah,
She's good
yeah.
at
Just
giving
good at giving
gifts.
gifts.
It's nothing
Yeah.
to do with the fact that she's 4'9.5". But
Um, I love black parents who like to tell you ahead of time, like, yo,
you ain't getting
3 months from
shit.
now.
Don't
Yeah,
ask.
like 3 months from now. Only black parents do that. It's like, why are we doing this already? It's crazy, but it's
The
mad
only time
funny.
they mean it is when they say, "Don't touch nothing when we go in the store." It's literally the only time they've ever meant it. It's like when we
Yeah.
go into the store, don't touch nothing, don't ask for
Don't
nothing,
look at
you
nothing.
ain't getting
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah. Just look down at your feet as we walk
Right. Don't even
in.
look down at your feet because you ain't getting new shoes either.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Shout out to, first of all, wait, when did you guys go back to school? Because I feel like for us, this was always a funny thing about being in New York. We didn't go back to school till September. So when people be
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's past school time, I'm like, man, what are you talking about? It's July. Like, but
Yeah,
I
as for
forget,
us, it's
like,
Northeast. But like, because we're in the Northeast, it's September it was always around Labor Day. You know what I'm saying? For us, because we
yes, yes.
Northeast. But what I have found, because my sister actually, my youngest sister, she actually did her last 2 years of high school down in Atlanta. She went to South Gwinnett. Shout out to Lou Will and Drewski. Um, but I learned from them, like, they end school a month earlier than we do because we didn't end till June. They would end in May.
Mm.
But they come back in August and we don't come back till September. So we still get the same 3 months off, but theirs just starts a little bit earlier and ends a little bit earlier. And for us,
Yeah.
we really get the full, you know, we get out like early June and then we're back in early September. They get out in like mid to late May and they're back in early August.
Sucks.
Yeah, that's insane. Like I just can't imagine going to school like in
In
August.
August? That's
Yuck.
insane. Like, it's disgusting. It
Yuck.
really is.
August in Atlanta. Like, let me tell you something. I got into my car today after work. The little heat index thing where it tells you like how hot it is. Now, I don't know if it's how hot it is or how hot your car is from the outside, but that shit read
Yeah.
100 degrees, triple digit.
No, no.
No, just
Well, I
hard
mean,
no.
I have a picture of on my dashboard when we had that heat wave and it was 109. So, I mean, like,
Yeah,
we
I
can
leave my
go,
windows
we can
cracked to
go,
let the hot air out, and I have
thermometer
the
for
auto start
thermometer.
thing on my car, so I'll start my car twice before I get into it.
Yeah. But yeah, going to school in August. Even when we went to college, we didn't go to school in August. Like we'd
Yeah,
be
it's
there for a week,
ridiculous.
and then they'd be like, "Yeah, you guys can just hang out. Like classes start in September." It's like, all right, cool.
Yeah, because
Great.
even pre college freshman year, that was like mid August, maybe late August, and that's
I wasn't
pre
there, but
college.
I've heard. Yeah, I've heard good
Oh, you
things.
didn't go? Yeah, yeah.
I didn't. Yeah, couldn't afford it.
Uh, huh?
Circling back to our circling back to our Howard story. Couldn't afford it. So yeah.
Respect,
Uh, yeah.
respect. No, well, again, it was always a pleasure getting on with you again, Malik. Sports starting to ramp back up, so we'll be a little bit more regular with getting you guys the pods. As we find some free time in our schedule to bring it to you. So they might come at more random days, but they'll start to be a little bit more frequent now that we're out of that dead zone The World Cup delay is over. We are back to regular sports. And I'm
Disrespecting
just
soccer out
really
there.
excited for this Red Sox season turnaround. Ironic that talking about the Red Sox season turnaround when they're currently losing this game to the A's, but
I was just
it's
about
okay.
to say, like, are they winning? Like, what's
No, they're losing right now. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. The house is burning down around me, but we're good. We're all
can't
good.
relate?
Good. That's fine. We'll see where you at in September. You know what I'm saying? That's the pod I really look forward to.
It's funny you mentioned
Playoff
that
pod.
because the last time I checked, the Yankees have made the playoffs like almost every year since like 1995. I
How
don't.
many World Series wins do you have in the 21st century?
Uh, Let me see.
It's
27
a very
minus
easy number to get to. Just
27
one.
minus.
The 21st century started in
Yeah,
2001.
it's been.
So you have
Yeah.
one. One.
How many total though? How many total?
I do, listen. You weren't even allowed in the stadium for like 20 of
But
them.
you know the number. But you know the number.
Yeah, because that's the only thing you guys grip onto. Like half of you counting rings that you
Yeah,
weren't
the
even
only
there
thing
for.
we grip onto is winning championships. I'm sorry.
No,
I thought that
you
was the
don't. You
whole
don't
point.
see me going around talking about the 76ers winning in 1983. I don't give a shit about that championship. I wasn't even a twinkle in my dad's eye. My dad was still in fucking
Uh,
high school in 1983. So like, what? My mom at least was still in high school in '83. So like,
that's your
what are we
fault.
talking about?
That's your fault, man. Celebrate your team. Celebrate, stand up on your team.
That's not my ring. I wasn't a fan of the
Oh,
76ers before I was born. You don't get to
You
celebrate
think
that
I'm?
shit.
You
My
think I'm
in
getting a ring
my
with?
in my lifetime as a teenager, as a real life fan with memories and not just like wearing some hat that my dad gave me and told me to be a fucking Red Sox fan. Like, no. I had a choice to be a Red Sox fan. And just as I was soul crushed in 2003 when Aaron Boone hit that walk-off home run at Yankee Stadium against Tim Wakefield,
Iconic.
it was stupid. I vividly remember where I was, who I was sitting with, where I was sitting in Wheeler Dormitory next to Jeff Kang. We were the only two. We asked our dorm parent. We went to a boarding school. There's a mandatory study hall from 8 to 10. We're down 3-0 in the series. Me and Jeff were like, look, we're the only two Red Sox fans here in the dorm. The likelihood is that we lose this game, but we would really like to not have to follow it on like ESPN radio in our dorm rooms because this
Yeah.
was before streaming and shit. So it was like, can we do our homework from 6 to 8 and then from 8 to 10 sit in the common room of the dormitory and watch Fox and watch the game? And the dorm parent agreed to let us do that. And we won. And then the next night, we were like, we have to do it again. And no one else is allowed in here. And we won again. Same
And you think
clothes,
that's the reason?
same
Okay.
seats,
Uh,
same spot, 8 games.
okay.
Fuck the Yanks. Fuck your little 27 ring. No one cares. No one cares.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Heard.
No one
Yeah.
cares. You won rings back when it was like 6 teams in the fucking league. That's like the Celtics
Nah, for sure.
claiming 17 championships. Like, cool. Back then, you had to win like 6 playoff games to win an NBA championship. But like, shout out to y'all. The Red Sox are a better team than the Yankees in the modern era. That's just the way that it goes. I don't make the rules here.
Okay. Okay. I guess we'll find out.
This year is a mulligan. It doesn't count.
He's like, unless we win. Unless we win, then it's totally valid.
Nah, it doesn't count. Even if we win, it'll be some fluky shit. I mean, you're not winning a World Series without Garrett Crochet. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Or with him, either way.
You know what? Okay. Now you're saying things to be hurtful, and I'm not going to let you win. I'm not going to allow myself to be upset by the intentionally negative things that you say. I'm not going to do it.
You should be right. Listen, I hyped you up coming in. I told you should be wearing the Red Sox hat
hype.
with the Sixers jersey.
Just call it what it is. It was fake
you
hype.
You
didn't mean any of it.
I meant every single word.
It was completely disingenuous.
I'm sharing it.
That's how
I'm sharing in your joy. Oh, come on. Don't do it like that.
You people.
I mean, what do you mean, you people? Uh, yeah, yeah. Nah, this is good. I'm glad we're back to it. I'm glad we're back to it. And like you said, the playoff pod, that'll be the real. That'll
It's
be the
going to
real
be. I
one. I know
can't
I'll
wait.
be there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to to seeding and finding out, where we are in the wild card hunt. I don't think that we're going to catch the Rays. You're definitely not going to catch the Rays. But if we can catch you guys, if we can
It's all
catch you
right.
guys and get that number one wild card seed, I mean, that's just going to be the moral victory. I do not think this Red Sox team is equipped to win the World Series. But if we can win against y'all
Oh,
and eliminate y'all, I don't care how you feel about that. I'm going to be
interesting.
happy about it. I want my revenge.
Interesting. It's sad that your stakes are so low that your championship is beating.
Yeah, I mean, beating the Yankees really isn't that hard, so it is pretty low stakes, but that's all I really need. I think I need to beat the Yankees.
Seemed pretty hard
The
last season when
stanky
you guys lost.
Yankees.
Seemed pretty difficult last season when you guys lost, but that's why they play the games. That's why they roll out, right?
I mean, I didn't
So
know that you
we'll see.
had Nolan Ryan in your fucking back pocket. Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck with Cam
yeah,
Sailor?
yeah,
Like,
nigga. Yeah,
that
yeah.
nigga was filthy. And then you took him from fucking Boston, you bitch at like that's the most ridiculous. It was the
Yeah,
most
nigga.
ridiculous shit ever. Like your two best
Yeah,
players on offense and as a pitcher are from Massachusetts.
crazy. That is pretty crazy.
It's nuts.
And now Cam Schlittler hates Boston, which is great. Like he finally understands. He woke up.
I mean,
That
yeah, I
boy
mean
woke.
that's great. Every time he opens his mouth, it really fires up our fan base because oh my god, flew out to center. I gotta see that live because that looks like it should have been a home run. No, it really looks like every time he opens his mouth to say something, he's like one of those guys that like he overcorrects himself too much.
Mm,
Like he leans a little too much into the evil empire thing, where it's like you're putting something on, bro. Just be you. Just be you.
I don't know.
Your
His
playoff debut, you went 8 innings and had like 45 strikeouts. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't need to talk shit if that's not who you are because you're bad at it.
I
You're
think that's
not
who
good
he
at
is,
talking
though.
shit. No,
I think
he's
that's
not
who
good
he
at
is.
talking shit. He should hire like a shit talk translator. Like the Key and Peele had like an Obama translator. He needs like a shit talk translator who is good at talking shit so that we don't have to
Mhm.
hear him say his
Yeah.
his
So
terrible stuff because he's just not good at
you
it.
want him to hire Gary Payton to talk shit.
No, he can't say nigga, so you
Okay.
know
Okay, Larry Bird.
that would be a good one.
Yeah.
And Boston roots, you know what I mean? So
Yeah. Yeah.
he
Yeah.
seems like
That'll
he
be
would be
good.
a Larry Legend fan for all the wrong reasons. So
I'm just saying he played great fundamental basketball. Man. But yeah,
oh man. Well, I had a whole lot of fun. Obviously went way over here, but we were just having a good time. We appreciate everybody for listening. For those of you who made it to the end of the pod, shout out to y'all. We appreciate everybody that
love you.
listens, everybody that tunes in, shares, likes, and subscribes. Please, if you haven't done it before, do it now. What better time than the present? Like, subscribe, share the No Rules podcast, man. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And we'll see y'all again in about a week. Peace.
Till the next time.